So now we're going to demonstrate how to empty out the black tank and the gray tank. And this is a job that you want to do at the very end before you leave, and wear a good set of gloves for obvious reasons, and be very careful when you're doing this. So we have the Rhino hose here, and this is what we're going to use. And we also have our sewer receptacle here. Since we're very close to it, we can get it with one hose. And you notice we have caps on the end of this hose. That's very important for travel, so that you don't have any excess waste spilling out into your stowage area. So for this case, we're going to use one hose, and we're just going to disconnect. Put that guy off to the side. And then we're going to come over here. And inside the stowage area, we have our cap. These are our gate valves. We want to make sure those are closed when we open up this cap. So this is your sewer port. This park has them right next to the spot that you are camping at, which is great. Some will have them at another area that's community, and you'll have to wait in line or whatnot to use theirs, but it's the same premise. So once we have our hose connected to our tank, the next thing we want to do is connect our adapter. And same thing, just make sure it's clipped in fully. And you're going to have this little connector go right inside there. Fits nicely. Let the cap hold it in. And sometimes they'll have a brick here that'll hold it down, but it's pretty much not going to go anywhere. So we're going to empty out the black tank first. Make sure our hose is connected, twist it on, tabs are locked in, everything's secure. We run the hose through this porthole in the stowage, and then connect over to our sewer tank. We've added this adapter, and that's in the stowage area in the back. Add that to the hose, and then place it inside the sewage port. The sewage port in this park is right next to our vehicle, and that is very convenient. Some will be located in a community area, and you just have to dump there. We'll come over to the black tank, making sure that we have a gravity feed through the porthole, and we'll pull the black tank. You'll hear some liquid go through, and you'll usually see all your waste from your toilet. Get the rest of the water out of the hose, and then we come back over to the tank. We close the black tank, and we then proceed to release the gray tank. Now the gray is going to wash out the waste from the black tank. The black tank is everything from the toilet, and you don't want that in the hose. And it'll just flush the system. That's our gray tank. That's our sink water from the kitchen. And you can see that it's flowing into the sewer. The gray tank can be a little bit more smellier than the black tank, believe it or not, but it just depends on what goes down the sink. But that's going to help us also clean out the hose from our black tank. Same thing, the flow will slow down, and you help it out, help it finish. That's when you close the gate valve for the gray tank. Make sure they snap in. Go ahead, release your hose. This can get a little messy just because of residual. So always maintain that the hose is upright. Your cap back on the tank. Twist it tight. Now you're ready for travel. We're going to keep this hose upright, and we're going to grab our wastewater hose. That's a green hose. You definitely don't want to use this for clean water, obviously. We're going to stick that in the hose a little ways, Turn on our water. And just flush out the hose for a little bit. The gray water tank will clean out the hose for the most part. You just want to give it a nice flush for obvious reasons. Very important to remember, do not use this for clean water. Help the water out through the hose. And if you have any extra waste in the adapter, you can also do it again, just with a little water. You don't want to use a large amount of water when doing just a final little rinse of maybe something that was left in the adapter, so that you don't create a large puddle of messy stuff. So that's fundamentally our tank cleaning. We remove our adapter, place our caps on, the additional hose is if you're further away from your tank, obviously you're going to need a longer hose. So we're going to put those together for travel, and both sides are capped. So now we're ready for travel. Wrap it up, store it back in the bin.